要说我们忙我个，连把你两个的台湾我们不了，我不了。哇，我他妈的那钱嘛多少我，把你两个也不台湾我做，我不了，所以在我买，就买钱多多。
Okay, hello again, and welcome here to the Prince Double Show. Here we are all the way in Louisville, Kentucky, and we are here to bring the information to our people. The Honorable Rufus William going to be here with me, and we're going to spend about 1 hour and a half here. I think he have an issue joining, so I have to play a little music, and then I will bring him on here, and we will do our interview. Okay, he's settling there in the back. Let me see. Okay, Honorable is here with us now. So we got how you doing, sir?
Yeah, how you doing?
Okay, you hear? Okay, I mean, you hearing me and everything. You hearing me very clear now, huh?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Welcome to the Prince Double Show.
Thank you.
Okay. So, which city you in now, sir?
To be exact, I'm in the state of North Dakota, but I'm in a little city called Jamestown.
Oh, Jamestown. It's very cold over there. How the weather over there?
Very, very cool.
Snowy.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Okay, for those of you joining us here, this is the former representative of District Number 3, the Honorable Rufus W. William. He's going to tell the meaning of the W, what the W stand for pretty soon. And then we're going to start our interview here with the Honorable Man. The Honorable Man is in the States. He served our county from 2000 and I think 3 to 2005 and 5, then to I think 11, then he left.
Yeah,
Then
yeah. 2011 ending.
Yeah, we didn't hear from him again. Now we're gonna hear from him tonight. There was this lady after I posted a thing. She said I could see this man all the time in North Dakota, but I never knew he was a crime man.
Yeah.
See, I can see the man every time he pop at me. So how you doing, Honorable Man?
I'm doing great.
Okay, so I did a little bit of the introduction there, but I'll give you the time to introduce yourself. Then we can go into our librarian and grand jury politics here this afternoon.
Okay. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Rufus Bayer. For those of you who meeting me for the first time, I hail from Grand Juda County, to be exact, from the Bow area, from Soaking to be precise. I work with the National Transitional Legislative Assembly, headed by the late Judy Bryant. And then subsequently, I work in the first term of Madam Ellen Johnson's Sirleaf government as the representative for Bison Statutory District. So it's a pleasure to be here. I just want to say to you, Mr. Double, and those of you who are listening to me, it's a privilege for us to appear on this program to talk about important issues. But one thing that I want all of us to know and to remember is that you may not like what I'm going to say today, but it doesn't mean because you don't like what I'm going to say, so that you're going to talk to me with insult. No. Let's be respectful to one another. Let's discuss the issue and forget about personality. So thank you, Mr. Double, and I turn over to you.
Thank you, Honorable. And my platform here, we're going to respect our guests, and you are a special guest. So you will be respected here. When I open a line on, which of course you allow me to do, when I open the line for people to call in with questions, and you got to be respectful when you're asking your questions. You can have disagreement with the honorable, but we got to be respectful and ask our questions professionally. So again, welcome to the Prince Double Show. For those of you in Facebook land, please share the show around the world. Please send it out there. This is your former 7. He served your county for I think 8 years. But want to know,
Yep.
you the only man who served 8 years since the county of Funny, I think, because you went for the transitional, the interim leadership of Judy Bryant 2 years.
Yep.
How did you get to represent District 1 at that time? District 3, at that time.
Okay, so when I started to work in the transitional government, And then, firstly, during the war, and before all of the subsequent transitional governments started to take over from one point to another, trying to find peace, what happened was the Constitution was suspended. And so because the Constitution was suspended, that's why they will select government outside the country and bring them into Liberia. So when the elections of 2005 that brought me as an elected representative of Bison District was about to take place, so then the first thing that needed to be done was to conduct census. And so because the instrument that were required by the government to conduct census before setting up districts across the country, and then before elections, those instruments was not available. And so then what they decided to do was that use the voter registration number from each county and then be able to set up districts. All right, but before then, all of the stakeholders in Liberia, including all of those who were overseeing the peace process in Liberia, including the United Nations, including ECOWAS, we all came together and say, okay, hey, normally before election is held in any country, there's supposed to be a census, and after the census result, then election commission will make a recommendation to the legislature to set up a new threshold. And so because the Constitution is suspended and the population is in transit, and so that we can't do all of this, so what do we do? So that's how we agree to use voter registration number from each county to set up electoral districts. So that's how it was agreed by the stakeholders that, but before 1990, there was a census conducted in 1984 by the late President Samuel Doe government. And there was a threshold set up to create districts across the country. At that time, Grand Jita was still collaborating with the county now called River G. So there were 5 districts in Grand Jita then. And those districts, namely, are Bison District, Chien District, Queenable District, Webo District, and then Weibo District. 5 districts. So the threshold set up that time to be able to have representation from across the country was 20,000 each district or above. So because the Constitution was suspended, so when we agreed that we use a voter registration number to set up electoral districts, so it was agreed that because the population is in transit and a lot of our people was outside Liberia, so we agree if you have 10,000 and above, then you are qualified to maintain your district, your original district. Okay, so originally I'm from Bow, and Bow was in Chien District. All right, so when voter registration was conducted across the country, Bison District were not able to maintain 10,000 people. And Chien District at the time had close to 20,000. So then we said, okay, so what do we do? All right, let's bring Bow people into Bison District to a full Bison half a district, 10,000. So that's how Bow people was included into the electoral district. That time it was called Electoral District 1. All right, so that's how we created those electoral districts, and then subsequently we went to elections. And because Bow people were in Bison District, and I from Bow, so then I used that opportunity to contest. So that's how I won that seat, and so far
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you for that brief history because I didn't know that thing the representative served 6 years and you served 8 years. So the first 2 years of your representing your people, but at the interim government on Judy Bryan, then
No,
after
Judy
that
Bryan.
2005 election, you contested and you won. So that's 2 + 5, that make it 8. So thank you for that brief knowledge that you sent us to us here. Well, Mr. Honorable Boyon, you work with the Liberia Parliament over there. So we got some questions here. We're gonna ask you up, and you can again educate us on it. Are you aware of the current speakership election in Liberia?
Yes, I got the information through social media, and I spoke with other friends on the ground, so I'm aware.
Okay, Kofa is now the Speaker of the Republic of Liberia, Jonathan Kofa,
I
and
think his name is Fanati Kofa.
yeah, yeah, Janitor Fanati Kofa.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, that's the new Speaker of the Republic of Liberia, and we're hearing that the Unity Party, ran to the Supreme Court to question the man's citizenship. That he has a American citizenship. He is an American citizen. So therefore, the Constitution of Liberia forbid that he become the speaker. So they went to the court. But I'm trying to ask you here because we kind of like want to get the whole clear understanding of it. And you been there and work with the representative for all those years. So we wanted to get the clear information on this. Now they're gone there to go take him to court. Do you think he can sabotage the incoming president because he's supposed to be sworn into office on Monday? And you're taking the man to court, to the Supreme Court. And the Speaker of the House, the Speaker have to be there on the day of swearing of the new president?
Yeah, it's the speaker who's supposed to preside over the swearing-in ceremony. Okay, but let me say this. I don't want to provide information that will not be correct.
Okay.
But the first thing that I needed to know is that whether Mr. Kofa came into government during this election that brought into being the Unity Party government.
No, he was speaker.
Know,
he was deputy speaker. He was deputy speaker under the CDC-led government. When Buffett Chima was speaker, he was deputy speaker. And he served before becoming deputy speaker. He served in other position under the Ellen-led government.
Okay.
And,
all right. So this is
now they
are
questioning his citizenship. They say he holds an American citizenship, and he's saying he don't have it. So the Unity Party folks ran to the Supreme Court, say this man got American citizenship. So do you? My question here, because if he's not there, if they're taking him to court, he can delay the process. Say, so saying Unity Party trying to do this to me, I'm not going to go in that building that day to put so again, on the day of the inauguration, I'll stay home. I just want to know. And my audience too, we want to know if that day, if he's not there, they can swear Joseph Boakai into office.
Okay, so this is the situation. The first information that I'd like to provide on that topic is that this gentleman, I don't know which law, I don't know which provision of the Constitution for those who went to the Supreme Court are looking at. But if this guy holds American citizenship and that this guy was allowed to contest election in Liberia and won and serve in the legislature as a representative, and this guy was elected and sent to the deputy speaker position and served in that deputy speaker position for how long? I don't know.
6 years.
And he was allowed to serve in that position. You did not make any case on it. Now that he's ascended to the speaker position, now you are making a case. So from my own understanding and with the way I see things, I'm sure that case will be defeated by the speaker, because it doesn't have It doesn't have any magnitude for him to be allowed to run in the Liberian election. If you are saying this gentleman is not a citizen of Liberia and he's a citizen of America, on what condition that he was allowed to contest the election in the first place? On what condition that he was allowed to ascend to the position of deputy speaker of that country? I don't know for how long he served in that position, but the fact that he was allowed to run as a candidate to seeking elections, and that he won the election, and that he also contested and served as a deputy speaker, trust me, in that case, that the Supreme Court will be defeated. That's one. Two, Supreme Court is the higher court in the land. So Supreme Court, because you ran to Supreme Court today, so you think Supreme Court will make a decision today. Supreme Court will take 7 to 9 months to be able to adjudicate that case. And so you can't hold the government hostage. There's no way that you can hold the government hostage. Those who ever fight that case at the Supreme Court.
That the Unity Party chairman or
okay, so I'm sure that case.
I know that Rufus Dekru is in Liberia. You see the case has been rejoined, so Unity Party withdrew the case. Because my point here is that when you send Buffer Chimo to the court, to the Supreme Court, to question the man's citizenship, if the man is going through the process, I want to know if we can have a bearing on the inaugural program. That's all. Because if he's not there, we call the program to order. If he's not there, then I want to know when it comes to Bishop Waka and Jeremiah Coon.
Well, the thing is that it is impossible. It is impossible for Supreme Court, in fact, to stop the man from presiding over the inaugural process. It's impossible. But
I'm not saying the Supreme Court will stop him from presiding. Let's say you sue me. I'm the speaker now. You want to question my citizenship, and I'm supposed to be at your inaugural to call the program to order. And I'm to the court. I will sit down. I will not go there. Saying you sabotage me, I will sabotage you too.
Well.
So then when he are going to do that, now we hear we'll verify if the case is out the court, because that's why we start hearing from some of the seditions that they will stop Kofa from going to the capital that day to swear the incoming president. So I wanted to know in that process, was it going to be some kind of a power thing that we're going to see? It was kind of something we were thinking about.
Well, I just want you to look at it from this point. You know, there are certain level you find yourself in government, and then you don't make decisions that will sabotage the government that you set. Okay, the speaker is a very high position in the country. So there is no way that the speaker will want to engage into this kind of deliber to say, well, because I'm taking to court, so I will not preside over the process. Even though if there's a reason that the speaker will not be given the opportunity to preside, the deputy speaker will preside over that inaugural program. So there is no way that because the speaker is absent.
Well, the deputy speaker do that unit that citizen and that way name Thomas Fala. So
yeah, Thomas Fala, but his citizen, his election is not being questioned. So I'm just saying, just in case, if that's what Supreme Court is going to do, to take that decision and say, let the speaker recuse himself from presiding over that process, the deputy speaker will take over immediately. That's what's going to happen. But I know it doesn't work that fast. So I know the process will go on smoothly, in as much as probably they have questions with his citizenship, but it's not going to be a process where the Supreme Court going to stop the speaker from presiding. I'm sure it's not going to be like that.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. Let us now go into our county, Grand Jita County, the county that you represented, and you serve District 3, the Bazon district area. How they had to take bold section to add to Bazon to have that 10,000 population there. So when you serve your was it 2011 your tenure expired?
Yes, 2000. To be precise, it's 2012 January.
2012 January. Okay.
Yeah.
So how was your working relationship with your colleagues, those on the caucus, the Grand Jury caucus? You guys are 5 there, and I think you got there's still 5. So how was the working relationship with your colleagues? Just the Grand Jury
Well,
caucus. They speak the senators and your 2 other colleagues or representatives.
well, one thing that I know for sure 100% was that there was always a kind of inner fighting within the Grand Jury caucus when I was there. It was me, it was Senator Isaac Nyinamo then, it was the late Senator William Sandy, is the current superintendent of Grand Jury County now, Kai Fale, who was the representative of Queenabo District then, and then the sitting senator on Zoe Penno. The 5 of us were there, but there was always a problem. There was always a problem. At the time we having caucus meeting, if we have me, Senator Nyinamo, Senator William Sandy, then Zoe is not around, and Kai is not around. It's always been like that. It was always a fight between us, and I can't tell the reason why there were always a fight. I can't tell, because my own understanding is that the opportunity we had to serve in the legislature on behalf of Grand Jury County and Grand Jury people, it was an opportunity for us. So when there's any problem between them, when we have any differences among ourselves, but those differences should not supersede the interests of the county or the people of the county.
Yeah.
But that's what I always see with my former colleagues. They're taking personal differences over the interests of the county. And that's why it was always a problem. So I thank God that I served the time that I served, and I was out. I was always fighting with my colleagues and also fighting with the county superintendent at the same time, so it was too much. And if you're working in the interest of your people, and you can't have a common understanding to be able to move the ball forward, it becomes a problem. So at the end of the day, almost all of us that said right after the war, it's just one person from among us who is still there. Zoe is the only person who is there now. I left, Honorable Fale left, Honorable Fale and myself left the same year. The Honorable Fale, Honorable William Sandy, may so rest in peace, and myself, we left the same year. And then Isaac left 3 years later. And then subsequently, but the thing is, I don't know whether, because I'm sure nobody going to tie it to say Rufus Beer was a problem, because the problem's still there.
Yes, because you guys that started this thing after the Civil War, 5 of you, 4 left. I mean, 2 of you, 1 is dead now, is the Pop Soul, rest in peace. And Joe is still there. He's from representative to senator now. And the problem is still there. We still hear the problem. The caucus is in disarray. The caucus is not agreeing with one another. The problem is still there. So who had the problem when you were there? Somebody got to bring the problem when you were there that time. The problem, you just jump in the corner and come. It has to start from somewhere. So who was the problem person to you, to your understanding?
Well, if you, what I clearly saw when I was there was that when government started to give county development fund to the various counties, and the way Grand Jury money were used, when I started questioning the way the money were used, Honorable Peno, Honorable Kaifale took side with the superintendent. And it was me, it was Senator Nyamo, and it was Senator William Sandy, may so rest in peace. The three of us were on one side. But then the law that governs the expenditure of the county development fund says when a proposal is developed from the county and brought to Monrovia, that proposal must meet the majority number of the lawmaker from that county signatory before you can send it forward to the Ministry of Internal Affairs for final approval and for disbursement of funds. All right, so when they bring that proposal from Grand Jude, I will 100% kick against it, because the program that they had in that proposal or in those proposals was not what Grand Jude people wanted. All right, so when you and I agree to do something, and then the next day when the proposal comes, then you go behind me and sign it. So I don't know who you hating. You hating me, or you hating the people of Grand Jude, or you hating yourself? That's exactly what they used to do. Isaac and Sandy and myself, we were always together and making sure that when that proposal comes from Grand Jude, we need to kick against it. But when the proposal comes, they will join Honorable Peno, they will join Honorable Farley and sign it. So that's what's been happening. So the problem was that I have a policy problem with the way Grand Jude people money were dispersed. And people who agree with that idea with me will also go behind me and sign those proposals whenever it comes from Grand Jude.
Oh, wow.
So, hey, it was like, I don't know why they were doing that. Because if you think you're hating me, no, you are not hating me. You're hating yourself. And you're hating the county. What sense does it make when they give Grand Jude County $200,000, for example, and then you budget to build a Paramount Chief building, for example, in Toasttown for $75,000, when Bison people needed $150,000 to build a concrete bridge to connect Bison District to the rest of the county? Why does it make to use $75,000 to build a house when you're supposed to use that money to build a bridge to connect 14 towns inside Bison to the rest of the county? So these are the kind of fight we used to have. And the unfortunate thing that I always used to see was that Omer William Sandy originated from Bison District. He's from Tian Town. All right, so if anything that has to do with Bison District, you're supposed to be the #1 person to seek the interest of the people. But when you and I sit down and then we agree to make a decision, and then the next day, then I find out that you signed the proposal to build a chief compound in Toasttown or in Zia Town, what are you doing? So these are the kind of things that used to happen. So one thing that I know for sure, I think the superintendent visited, the former superintendent visited the United States certain time, I think some part of 2012, if I'm not mistaken, 2012.
Was it Chris Bailey at that time?
Yeah, it was Chris Bailey, yeah. He visited America 2012, early 2012. And I understand that the Grand Jude people invited him to a mass meeting, and then he attended that meeting, and then he started to talk about me, how I was always fighting, and I was doing this, and I was doing, and that was the only reason, that was the only problem that I had with him about the county development. Other than that, I have no personal problem with the former superintendent.
So most of the issue, the in-house fighting with the caucus was based on money and how to spend the money.
But yeah,
county money.
It was based on the county development fund, exactly.
But my point here now, Mr.
Yeah.
Honorable, my point here. You guys were 4 at that time when it started after the war. 4 of you, I mean 5, 4 not there now. 1 is still there. And this gone election or they gone other 6 years. There's still problem on there. So who do you really think that is there that is bringing these problems in the caucus? We need the caucus to be in peace to steer the affairs of our county for the people. So who do you think is to you now in your understanding or thinking? Who do you think would the problem on that caucus? And do you foresee the problem still with the new lawmakers coming now? We got a new senator. We got 2 new representatives from Bajon and Kunemo. And do you foresee that problem going on still?
You know, Mr. Double. Let me just say this. Everybody that had the opportunity to win elections and represent your constituents in the legislature, you have a decision to make. Either to make yourself uncomfortable or to make the people you are representing comfortable. Okay, so now, if you choose to be a rubber stamp lawmaker, it's up to you.
Yeah.
I can't tell you X, Y, or Z is always the problem. I can't say that. When I was there, the problem Zoe, Kai, and myself used to have, it might be different with those who succeeded us with them. So I can't tell you whether, because what used to happen between Zoe, Kai, and myself, it might be different from what happened between Zoe and the rest of the people now. So I can't tell you. The best people to answer those questions would be those lawmakers who are currently there. They have to answer that question. They will tell you. But I told you that when I was there, the source of our inner fight was based on the County Development Fund. That's what I know 100%.
Okay. Thank you. But we actually need peace on that caucus because the caucus is not in good rapport with each other. The members on the caucus, the county will suffer, as you regularly say. So let us now go deep into our county. There are news of deaths and the citizens of the county. I don't know if when you were there, we had these kind of deaths from 2013 to 2003 to 11 when you left. I don't know if we had these kind of death where we got people getting missing and people allegations and all this stuff flying around on your senator now. You were representative at that time, but now he's a senator now. Senator Zoe Emmanuel Peno. Every little thing in the county, from Alfred Donald disappearing, his name popped out on it. Now Rob Madison going on death, the name is also implicated in it. What's your take on this?
Okay. All right. Just give me 1 second. Okay. Just give me 1 second. Let me grab a bottle of water. 1 second.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I said to let me grab my bottle of water. And while we do that, let's play a little bit of. Oh, you want interest or none of the story? Yo, oh, Mukba. I want you what? Mosoni, you know, about you. You're interest. Oh, more money. I take your dollar. I'm on my new car. I guess so. Yeah, Mura. You're there. You're here. You're here. The old people saw their vote for Kokobi. So, as a citizen of the county now, I don't know if you heard this. Oh, you want interest? The Papa is saying that the people voted on based on Kokobi. But speak to us now as a citizen of the county. Why is it that your senator name keep popping out in things that continue, not good things, but evil things in the county? And when you were there, you ever heard it before when you were representative at that time?
Okay. So let me say this. You know, this issue that involving Senator Peno and that of those importing and sons of daughters of Grand Jida County, It's a very delicate issue. And so when you are speaking on this issue, you have to speak truth. You don't have to speak with emotions. This issue at bar involving Senator Peno and then the late Madison Guion. Let me begin with the disappearing of the late magistrate Alfred Donald. When the issue of Alfred Donald came about a year and a half ago or two, I started to follow it. And I remember the late Madison Guion went to Grand Jide with the Minister of Internal Affairs.
Yeah.
And
somebody calling there. Go ahead.
Yes. Okay. The late Madison Guion went to Grand Jide with the Minister of Internal Affairs. I remember in one of their meetings, I remember seeing the county superintendent jump into a fight with one of Madison's staff. I don't know exactly who that staffer was. But the point I'm making is that this thing have a very long standing implication on anyone whose name is mentioned about the disappearing of another citizen of that county, about the death of another lawmaker of that county. Is a terrible thing, to be honest with you. I listened to Senator Peno when he spoke with Gibson Jeffrey, and there are a couple of things he said, and one of those was that nobody directly accused him of being the instigator of Madison's death. All right, this is the situation. Honorable Peno is the sitting lawmaker of that county, and he took oath to protect the Constitution and protect the laws of that country, protect the people of that country, of that county. As a sitting lawmaker, if your name is mentioned in ugly situation like this, one thing that is required as a politician, never delay. Do whatever you can to exonerate yourself. And what can you do? The first thing you can do is organize a mass meeting in Grand Jide County when that information started coming. Because the information did not come when Madison died. The information started coming when Madison started getting sick, and he started getting sick, and he started getting sick. It is impossible for Honorable Peno to say, in as much as nobody went to him to accuse him directly, but he had no idea about those information until Madison died. It's impossible. So what he should have done as a sitting senator, when those information started coming, and as a politician, when those information started coming, what you needed to do was to organize a mass meeting in Grand Jide and go to Grand Jide and exonerate yourself by explaining to the people why you know, what part you play, and how your needs are connected, Explain to the people what you know. Because in the absence of clear explanation to the people of Grand Jide County, it's not good for any politician. It's not a good thing. Hey, the thing is, today, you are the senator of Grand Jide. Tomorrow, it will not be you, it will be another person. There were people before you. So you must remember that those people left, you will also leave. We all have children. The life we live, we have to live a peaceful life so that our children will inherit from us. Because after us is our children. If you misperform today, tomorrow, they pay back on your children. You see, that's the price we've been paying from 1990. When Samuel Doe went to overthrow the governor of Liberia, Crown people were not aware, with the exception of those that took part with him in the coup. The rest of the people were not aware. But when the 1990 war came, they said, because those are crown men, so they want to eliminate all the crown people. Do you know how many innocent crown people died between 1990 up to 2003?
A lot.
Hundreds of thousands of crown people died. Innocent people died in that war. Okay, so what I'm saying today, if I were advising Honorable Penner, I would tell him this issue is more political than you think is legal. You have the right to not go to the people to explain. That's your right. But guess what's going to happen? If you refuse to go to the Grand Jide people and convince them about this issue as to why you know and what part you play and why you don't know, if you not explain to the Grand Jide people for them to be convinced 100% and know, that's the end of his political career at the end of the next 6 years. Hey, for another lawmaker to die, and then they tie the death of that lawmaker to you, it's a terrible thing.
Yeah.
It's a terrible thing, to be frank. It is a terrible thing. If I were Honorable Penner, I would prefer to always take the airway than to use my boys to do it. Because the more you send those boys, the more damage they do for you. It's damaging to you, then you think it's damaging to the people they are talking about.
So you now, you thought he was supposed to go into Zwaju before the death. Now, after the death, there was a lot of destruction. People got angry going into Zwaju. To me, they were going to put his life at risk. Or even now, whether he buried the lawmaker. But you are saying that he was supposed to, because the allegation started before then. I even brought a lawmaker here on the 6th, I think 6th or 7th of October of last year. And he mentioned Zoe. Zoe is after him. Zoe is targeting him. So you thought that Zoe was supposed to speak that time or after the death?
All right. So when Honorable Graham himself first said out on your show that Honorable Zoe is after him. So that is a grave allegation, very grave, for another lawmaker of Grand Jide to say the senator is after me. So you know what are you doing? It's not just you. It's you and your entire family, your wife, your children. It's not just you. All right, so you see, this gentleman has voiced out to you that Honorable Penner is after him. Now, this man is dead and gone. All right, so when the man said it, you should have gone to Grand Jide, organize the mass meeting. Even if you don't go to Grand Jide and you want to organize a Grand Jide meeting in Monrovia, to be able to exonerate yourself from this kind of allegation, the ugly allegation, you should have done that. Even when Madison died, and people started jumping in the streets and vandalizing properties, burning homes. He should have also organized a grand jury meeting in Monrovia and say, hey, we all know that we're looking for money to build decent houses for we and our family, to give our county a facelift. It is important, but nothing is important compared to human life. Nothing is compared to the human life. So he should have called a grand jury meeting. Instead of sitting down to your house, call press and talk to press, call a grand jury meeting in Monrovia.
Yeah.
Because today, as we speak, I don't know whether Honorable Panel will be able to go to grand jury. I don't know. But you can call a grand jury meeting in Monrovia and talk to the grand jury people about this ugly allegation. Nobody's supposed to come to you directly. The people went to grand jury, the people in grand jury burned down your property. That is not accusing you. You're waiting for the people to walk 1, 2, 3, 4 and come to your door and say, hey, you are the one. So if you are not the one, why the people attack your property in grand jury? All right, so the fact that you said you know nothing about this allegation. So call the grand jury meeting in Monrovia. If you can't go to Zoetrow, call grand jury meeting in Monrovia and explain to the grand jury people. People who have questions will ask you. Explain why you think when someone is accused and the person is sent to court, why you think the court can acquit them? It's because from their explanation can convince the court that the person is innocent. So when you call a grand jury meeting, from your explanation, the grand jury people will know whether you are innocent or not. They will know. So this thing, as much as he's tying it to legal process, hey, but it's more political than you think it's legal. It's more political than you think it's legal. As a sitting senator of Grand Jury County, the kind of thing going on in your county, and you can't go there to put the situation under control. So if you can't go there because of your own life, which is important, why don't you call a grand jury meeting in Monrovia to convince the people? Because whatever you were saying in Monrovia, when the people in Monrovia are convinced, it will not be you to call grand jury, it will be the very people they will call grand jury and say, hey, slow down. What we're hearing from the senator in Monrovia is different from what you guys are telling us. So slow down. We're working in collaboration with the senator office so that we can have another meeting in grand jury. Those kind of information will start to surface. Those kind of suggestions will start to surface based on why you would tell the people in Monrovia, why you would tell the grand jury people. But for you to sit down and appear on this small show where you sit down to your house with the telephone saying now in front of you, you're talking, how many people can go to Facebook to monitor what we're doing today? Compared to if you were to call a grand jury meeting and say, okay, Senator Pennell say he wants to speak on the issue, on the ongoing event in Grand Jury County, so he calling all the Crown people. Even if you can go to City Hall, Capitol Building have a huge conference hall. You can organize a meeting in the Capitol Building and call the Grand Jury people. When I was a sitting representative in the 52nd legislature, I organized 2 Grand Jury meetings in the Capitol Building. And it was well attended. So you can do the same to diffuse the tension, because I know you can't go to grand jury now, but you can start diffusing the tension from Monrovia by calling a grand jury meeting. And from your explanation, the people will know whether what went on in grand jury was truth or was false, whether you were part of it or not. From your explanation, the people will know. But whatever he's doing now, trust me, he's not helping himself.
Yeah, because and calling meeting in Monrovia, because I was in Monrovia 2013, and I went to 1 or 2 of the grand jury meeting at the Richard Nixon school there. Most of the time I go to Richard Nixon or they go to Gibson, or even to his resident and things like that who have have a meeting, or because going to Grand Gillette now, maybe you would have done that before, but going to Grand Gillette now, I don't think it's advisable that he goes to Grand Gillette County to go and call town hall meeting. But he can do that in Monrovia, in Monrovia. Because there are a lot of Crown people that live in Monrovia that know what's been happening and all these allegations against him. So, wow. So I mean, you and him from the same town areas. Why can't you call him and tell him to do what did you told us to tell him? I think he's your little brother, even though he's our senator, but I think he's your little brother. To tell him, so look, you got to call meeting and talk to the people of Grand Gillette.
Well, you know, it's a very good question you ask. But you know, when I take my telephone today, when I call Senator Isaac Yambo, the way he will respond to me, when I call Senator Peno, he will not respond to me like that. When I take my telephone today, when I call Senator Tomo Yaya, the way he will respond to me, Senator Peno will not respond to me like that. So that's the problem, that I decided not to call him. But hey, I'm sure the conversation you must be having today, his team are monitoring. I just want to let those from Senator Peno camp, including Senator Peno himself, if you are listening to me, the best thing you can do to put this situation, to diffuse the tension in Grand Gillette and diffuse the entire tension about the death of Honorable Madison Guion, is to call a mass meeting and explain yourself. What you know, what part do you play, how you got connected to it. Because our people got a parable to say, where there is smoke, there's a fire. All right, so who carried the fire there before the smoke even started coming up? Explain yourself. Hey, you and I live in America here. They can arrest someone for murder. They take you to court. And at the end of the day, the court can exonerate you. It's not because the court favor you. It's because whoever took you to court have no sufficient evidence. And from your explanation before the judge can tell that you are no part of what the people accuse you of. So it is important for him to do that. If you can take the stage and go from town to town and campaign, you can take the stage to exonerate yourself.
Yeah.
You can do that. It's very easy. It's very simple. Why you are not doing it up to now? That you're waiting for somebody to walk into your yard and accuse you. Another thing that I want to say to you is, there are a lot of people making comments. When Tomo Yaya spoke the last time, he talked about how they were sending their woman to one Queenable town for Sassiwu, and then A and B and C. And other people were criticizing those kind of things, Sassiwu. All right, so let me ask you a question. You and I live in...
That was my next question. That was my next question to you, Honorable.
Okay.
I wanted to know if you believe Sassiwu.
Okay. You and I live in America. If American got certain things, when you lie, that certain thing they tie in your waist.
Yeah,
when they want to know the truth.
The lie detector test.
Yes. So they tie your waist, and then it's connected to the computer. Then they ask you questions as you speak. The line will be drawing. If that's true, they say you speak the truth. If a lie, they say no, you lie about it. What is it? It's another form of Sassiwu. So because they're using computer, so then you think it's different? It's not different. It's not different. Okay, secondly, the government of Liberia have that bureau, that Sassiwu bureau at the Ministry of Internal Affairs. The government of Liberia have that bureau at the Ministry of Internal Affairs. And that bureau is called Culture and Custom. It's at the Ministry of Internal Affairs. That when you have any kind of dispute, then you involve the Ministry of Internal Affairs. They can get you the same certificate. They can do that. So if government is not paying attention to certificate, why they created that bureau and that bureau be existing in the Ministry of Internal Affairs? Currently, it's there. Currently, that bureau is existing at the Ministry of Internal Affairs. What is it? When the government establishes the traditional council is working directly with that bureau I just told you about. Okay, so the only problem that you and I have that we need to talk to our people about is that for every little thing, for you to blow issue out of proportion by vandalizing people's property and doing damage to other things, that's not the way we solve problems.
Yeah.
When you follow the law, you will solve the problem more than when you use violence. All right. So tell me, if those guys were to use a normal approach and say, okay, we know the late Honorable Gwion talked to us before he died that whatever happening to him, Honorable Penu is responsible. Okay, so when the government of Bambarka, they are giving you that lie detector test, it means they don't have evidence that why they're giving it to you. They're giving it to you because even if they don't have evidence, they're still giving it to you to know, because that will determine whether you lie or you're talking the truth. So it's the form of sasawu. You don't have to. The way there are many ways our people used to apply sasawu to witchcraft. They give it to you, you drink it. When you drink it, you die. At times they put it in your eye. At times they use cutlass on your leg. Yeah, on your leg. So you don't have to drink it. Ministry of Internal Affairs, that bureau at the Ministry of Internal Affairs is carrying on that program right now as I speak to you. All right, so if they are not buying into Sasawu, why that bureau is established? Why?
But what I got from Zoe the other time to the interview, he said even though the traditional part of it, that the western part, they before somebody got to come and accuse him. Nobody have come to like slap his back in the wish, back home. Like you the witchcraft and that then he's gonna unveil himself to the process, because nobody did that to him. He said nobody from the Gwion family have ever come to him. He just he called them and looters and thieves that are moving around accusing him.
I agree. But the question I'm asking is, why did not burn Alfonso Gay's house? Why did not burn Marshall Dennis' house? Why did not burn down Kaifale's house? Why did not burn down all the other lawmakers from Grand Jude? Why did not burn down their houses? So by virtue of the people burning your house, it's an indication that they are accusing you directly. The people voice out your name and attack your property. You still say they don't come to you to accuse you. Okay, I just said that. That's the legal side of it.
Yeah.
That is the legal side. Okay, let's look at the political side now. The political side, that particular ugly information will be hanging over you between today and the end of your 6 years. If you fail to explain to the Grand Jude people convincingly about your own involvement into this matter, if you fail to do that politically, you have damaged yourself for the rest.
But Joe even said, even when he go and have all the town halls meeting, he hate us. He called other people, people that are jealous of him, that hate him. They're not gonna even believe it. But his constituents, his followers, his well-wisher, gonna believe him. But people,
okay, so
you don't want to change people's minds.
Okay, so the thing is, this is a man who who served in the legislature for 18 years now.
Yeah.
Okay. It was not everybody in Grand Judea County that used to like him, but majority of the people of that county like him, and that's why they kept electing him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you think the people that supported you think all of them are happy with you today? Even people in different districts. When you were represented, the people elected him 3 different times to serve 18 years as a representative of Chien District. He spent 15 years. And then they elevated him from representative to senator, gave him additional 9 years. He has spent 3 years of that 9 years. So currently you spent 18 years in the legislature. You got 6 more years to go. You think other people across, now you are senator, your election is not restricted in Chien anymore.
Yeah.
It's the entire county. You think with this information hanging over you, with no explanation, you think it's a good thing for you politically? If you think so, okay, fine, sit down. Because, hey, trust me, right now, people who want to use this information to demonize Senator Peno, they are not speaking yet. They are not saying anything now. They're baffling the conversation right now. But give me 3 more years from today. 3 years from today, the information will resurface. This particular information of Madison Deb will resurface. So if you, I heard him the last time, he said, after 6 years, he want to succeed himself. That's what he said.
Yes.
With this information hanging over you, my brother, I'm being honest with you. No matter how much money you spend with the information being hanging over you with no explanation, you spend how much money in Grand Judea County, you will not win. Trust me.
Oh. Honorable, I'm going to open the line now for the people to call and chat with the lawmaker, former lawmaker. So I'm putting the number down here now. You can call.
Thank you.
And then on the phone, the honorable will hear you. You can ask him. Let's be professional in our. We can disagree, but at the end we'll have to agree. If you disagree with a lawmaker, you can call, and or if you got a question, you can ask him. Mark Bleep, Bibley. Oh yeah, you say you got a question for the honorable man, you can ask the honorable man. And if you call here, you can talk to your honorable man. So, honorable man, do you believe that we got a godfather in Grand Judea County?
Well, who is the godfather in Grand Judea?
Do we have a godfather in Grand Judea? They say they got a big fish in there, big hand. All they're gonna dinner with godfather. Mike.
Yeah, Prince.
Honorable, you can hear Mike?
Am I on the show?
Yeah, I'm hearing Mike.
Yeah, you're loud and clear. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, great. Honorable, good afternoon. Happy to hear you.
Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, thank you for coming up here. And Prince, thank you also for inviting the Honorable. I think he's speaking a lot of ideas here. But I think he answered one of my questions already, but I have a follow-up to that question. So my question I was asking was whether the Honorable man have tried to reach out to Honorable Peno. But he explained in his explanation where my second question is coming from. I heard the Honorable said, if you pick up phone to call Honorable Nambo, the way Honorable Nambo will respond to him.
1 minute, Mike.
Yes. Is there anything that will make Honorable Peno not to respond to you as the other people will do? Because I know we all were in our moderator, we worked together before. So I really want to know, is there anything that's still sticking him that will make him not to respond to you like the other honorable you just mentioned?
You got a question? You got a question, honorable?
Yeah, Mike.
Oh.
Somebody speaking 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay. Should I go ahead?
Go ahead.
Okay. Mike, let me say this to you.
Somebody on the phone, Mr. Coon.
Yeah, I'm telling her to.
No, but the noise is coming through it. So mute yourself when you're talking. Somebody say, go ahead, sir.
Okay, Mike, I remember, I think you were also in Monrovia when they were building the bridge that connecting New Matadi and Fiama. Mike, were you in Monrovia then?
No, he left the line.
Oh, he left. Okay.
He left.
But you said listening?
He listen. They pay it. They
Okay.
listen.
All right. I remember when, if I'm not mistaken, it was around 2009. So before we left the Capitol building, I went to Honorable Penal's office and then I said, hey, I want you and myself to talk after work. Let's drive somewhere so we can talk. Then he said, okay, I will come to your house and then we'll drive in your car to go wherever you want us to go to talk. I said, okay. And then when I went home, in no time, he followed me, he came. And then he said, people, let's go talk. I said, okay, we got in my car. And then we drove from my house and we drove towards Fiama. That time the bridge that connecting Fiama and Matadi was disconnected. They were building it. So that road was black. So we just went close up to the bridge and then we parked the car. Just the two of us in the car. And then I said to him, I said, on the panel, he said, yeah, I said, you're my little brother. And then secondly, my niece married to you. So I just called to let you know if there is any problem that you know about that I don't know about between you and myself, that the information always Rufus and Zoe, they having problem, and Rufus and Zoe having problem. I just called to apologize to you as my little brother and as my brother-in-law. Whatever that I've done to you, let bygone be bygone. Let's wave it. Let's move on. When I got through explaining, he said, thank you, people, but let me tell you this. You did nothing to me. Nothing that you did to me. But actually, my spirit don't like your spirit. I don't know for what. But my spirit don't like your spirit. I said, really? He said, yes. I said, okay. So when somebody's spirit don't like your spirit, then what are you supposed to do? Then you take precaution. After all, this man is my little brother. And he's my brother-in-law. But every time he and myself having a misunderstanding. So as a same brother, I call him and say, hey, whatever happening between you and myself, I don't know what I did to you, but if I've done anything to you, I apologize. And he said, no, I did nothing to him. But his spirit don't like my spirit. So what else am I supposed to do mine? So because his spirit don't like my spirit, even though he and myself can talk, but only when he called me, then we talk. When I call you, he will not answer. Since I've been in this country, he has called me a couple of times, and then we talk. But when I call him, he will not answer. So that's what happened.
Okay. Let's go to Boo Unit now. Oh, Chairman Unit.
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Good afternoon, Honorable Bell.
Honorable,
Yes,
you ain't Boo?
Yeah, hearing it, but let him be audible a little bit.
Yeah, be audible, Boo.
Okay, good afternoon, Honorable Bell.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead,
Can
Boo.
you hear me?
Yeah, he can hear you.
Okay. Thank you for serving your county during the time of the interim government and all, what have you. I listened to you keenly, and I'm sure everyone has their opinion regarding development in the county. My question to you, what do you think is your legacy after serving more than 6 years in the House? And what would be your advice for those starting the 55th legislature, taking into consideration the squabbles you guys went through during your tenure?
You got him?
Yeah.
Eh?
Yes, I got him. Yeah.
Okay. So
All right.
let
So
you want to answer
yeah,
that?
go ahead.
Let Eric Cohen, let
Of course.
Honorable Cohen ask a question, then you answer both of them. You know,
Okay, no problem. All right, no problem.
Mr. Cohen, go ahead.
Thank you, Prince, and thank you, Honorable Bear.
Yes, sir.
So, I have known you for a very long time, but the ability to eloquently display, this is the second time. I don't have a question, Prince. I just called to say thank you again for the insight he has given to us and the advice that he gave to Honorable Kenny. I think I mentioned it the last time when we appeared, Prince. I said it was easy when this happened. Honorable Kenny should have called a mass meeting, invite, get the elders from the 5 sessions of
I'm not hearing Honorable Cohen. Is it double?
Sorry, I had to grab the little girl out of the boss area. Mr. Honorable, you hearing me? Are you hearing me?
Yeah, I think.
You're not hearing me? You're not hearing me?
I'm not hearing you.
But I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you.
No, not yet.
Oh, I don't know.
We can hear you. We can hear you.
They can hear you. Why you're not hearing me? I'm hearing you.
I'm not hearing you.
I'm hearing you.
No, I'm not hearing you. No. I'm not
Okay,
hearing
wait 1 minute. Let me go to my setting. Go to the audio. My microphone is fine.
I'm not hearing you.
Okay.
Text me. Text me.
All right. He said he's not hearing me, Boo.
Okay, so you must text it.
So let's go off and come back.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta go off. Let's go off and come back. Yeah, that's what Max said. But are you guys hearing me on there? They hacked my show.
Yeah, but your voice is bouncing.
I can't hear you.
Okay.
Text me.
Okay.
I don't know if you're hearing me. Text me. I can't hear you.
Okay, we're gonna go off. We got every question. Okay, now you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you now.
Okay, fine. So you can speak to Boo's question. Boo.
Okay, but okay, so Mr. Khan left.
Get it. Go ahead, answer Boo's question.
Okay.
They're still there.
Okay, but you hear me clearly?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so Mr. Boo, when I went in the transitional government 2003, October 14, after our induction ceremony, when we elected our speaker, the late George Doe, 3 weeks later, they started selecting people to serve on committees. I was selected to serve on the Committee on Defense, and I served as a chairperson on that committee. When I was serving as a chairperson on that committee, the Minister of Defense at that time was Daniel Chair. And Daniel Chair was the Minister of Defense who served on Charles Taylor. The Chief of Staff at that time was Bemba Y. Kona. Bemba Y. Kona served in the Armed Forces of Liberia under Doe administration and under Charles Taylor administration as well. Okay, so the first thing that I did was I made sure that all the personnel of the Armed Forces of Liberia who serve the Armed Forces of Liberia and who reaches the retirement age, I make sure they were processed, and then I make sure whatever benefit that's supposed to go to them, they receive it. 99.9% of the former AFL personnel, I presided on that committee, and everything that's supposed to happen, it happened peacefully. It is because I serve on that committee as a chairperson. Number two, when you serve as a representative in this country, in the United States, it's different from when you serve as a representative in Liberia. So most of the things we can do when we're serving in those offices in Africa is our personal money we use to do things for people. But I'm one person who doesn't like to speak on things that I've done for people. But one thing that I did, 100% that I know is a benefit to the district that I represent, was that entire Bison district is covered with network, with both Lone Star and Cellcom. It was through my instrumentality. The second thing was that it's not just covered with the network, but we have a contract with the cell phone company that they pay certain fees to those communities that those towers are planted. Every year from 2006 ending up to today as we speak, everywhere in Bison district that you find Lone Star Tower, that you find South Orange Tower, those people have a contract with the community. They pay $2,000 US every year to those communities. So the money is paid directly to the community, and they use the money at will. So for me to say I did X, I did Y personally, no, I normally don't do that. But these are the things that I've done. I fought for the county development fund in Grand Jide to be used properly. The first year, when that money was allotted to all of the county, Grand Jide funds were misapplied. That's when I started the fight. So today, if you find one yellow machine in Grand Jide, it was through my fight that decided to divert from building chief compound and bought the machine in the interest of the county. Somebody says yes, just says yeah, and all it says yeah, it was just fighting and fighting and fighting. So at least I thank God I did something. So I don't know if I answered your question.
Yes, sir. So just in summary, what is your legacy? And what's your advice for those starting in the 55th legislature?
You say, what's your legacy and what are the advice you got for those that starting the 55th legislature now, the new lawmakers, and what are your legacy and your advice to the new incoming representatives, the one that are coming in now, the 55th?
Okay, so I don't understand when you're asking me for legacy. When I explain the long story, then you're asking for another legacy. All right, so the advice I got for the 55th legislature.
You want to summarize your legacy.
All right, the advice that I got for the 55th legislature is that, especially for Grand Jide, is that no matter what happens, let not your personal differences supersede the interest of Grand Jide County. Otherwise, you will be a complete failure. You can have your personal differences, but hey, let the county interest be paramount. When you finish doing the county business at the Capitol building, when you're going home, because those people using this thing called route to go, if you want to go by way of Freeport because you don't want to use that route, it's a different thing. But when you enter Capitol building, then you must be best of all friends, so that Grand Jide interest will be protected. Other than that, you will spend all the time at the Capitol building and you will do nothing for Grand Jide. Thank you.
I think you heard him, Mr. Yoni.
Thank you. Yeah, exhausted my question.
Okay, he said he exhausted a question, so thank you to Mr. Boo.
Okay.
Yeah, so if no question, then honorable man, we ask for the exact 1 hour 30 minutes. We are on it, so we're happy to wrap up, and you can give us your closing. You don't know the Godfather, it will have a Godfather in Grand Jide. You can't answer at all.
Well, I don't know about Godfather thing in Grand Gita. To be honest with you, I don't know about
It's a
Godfather
big
thing.
fish too.
So I just want to say thank you, Mr. Double. Thank you for having me on your program. I want to use this medium to extend my condolences to the family and friends and sympathizers of the late Madison Gwynn. I still stand by my word that the team of the late Madison must make sure you produce another candidate from that camp, a qualified candidate that will succeed Madison. I already called Mr. Kong the last time, and then I spoke with him. I told him, as much as I already made that vow to the people of Grand Gita, that when you select a qualified person from Madison camp, I will support them. The agenda of Mr. Kong and his team, they and myself are going to work together. I already told Mr. Kong about that. So I just want to encourage you guys, whatever happens, it happens. The only thing we need to do is we need to find a way to avoid reoccurrence of what we're going through today. But I just want to pray that you will not fight among yourself in making a decision as to who succeed Madison Gwynn from that camp. Everybody will not serve at the same time. If there's an opportunity for your friend to serve, give him the chance to serve. So please do your best, find a qualified person from that camp, because the more defeat will be if they take that, if your detractor take that seat from you, away from you, it will be a serious defeat. But if you maintain that seat, it will be a win for us. So thank you so much, Mr. Double. Thank you for the listening public. Mr. Double, I'm not hearing you.
Yeah, I hear you. I do not like winter at all. I really sweat in the cold, you know. Oh yeah.
Mr. Double, are you there?
Yeah.
Is this for you?
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Honorable William. Thank you for accepting our invitation to come here and then speak to this issue. And a lot of issues that are going on in our county. We'd like your honest opinion here. And that's what we do here on the Prince Double Show. We go out and bring our leaders, bring people who led our county before, even though not every one of them will want to come, but those who will come, we will listen to them. They will give their view. And that's why and a lot of people say he spoke sense to the issue. He spoke a lot, he made a lot of sense. I think the main thing that I took from him was that when all these things were going on, the lawmaker Joe Penny should have called some kind of a community meeting, town hall meeting. In his bedroom, the people there, the photo there, when they were carrying on the Putu Mountain, I think it was 2010, before that Russian company would go to Putu to go do the money thing over there. They had a meeting. All the Crown people, that my first time going to the meeting, it was in the Grady Addison School, side of barracks. And the senator he talked about on a died, Sandy or whatever the popular died, was there. Isaac Yanmo did not come that time, but Stuart Doyle, with George Doyle were there. I think Joe popped in, he left, or Joe was not there too. But the place was packed, I built it. And because the people had issue, so they took, most of the people took the questions to, I went there with Madam Sherman that time, Sherry Kitty, and Sherman said, drove, went there, we listened to the people. Then I went to another meeting again in the Richard M. Nixon, the junior high school side, the one side, the Capitol building, the daycare center. I went there, it was in 2000. And so like, the Crown people can have meetings upon meetings in Monrovia at the G.W. Gibson area. They had all the meetings. So the senator was supposed to call for a serious meeting because that was, as he said, these allegations are just small one, grave thing. People dying, you're poisoning your friend. You're killing your friend. That's the allegation against you. People lie, people losing. So those meetings are supposed to be here. You can't run away from your people. I saw what one of his staffers wrote here. Is people watching from the movement, Joe Penal movement, the staffers, all these people watching those things. Yeah, good advice. I hope the new legislative caucus from Grand Jury will heed to your humble words of wisdom. Yeah, thank you. That's from Boo Yune over there. A wise elder has spoken. Those who have ears, let them hear. That's it. The man gave zero good elderly advice to our people. Not only for Joe. When your need popping up, you can't run away from the people. You cannot run away from your people. You will go back to that city. You will go back to that county. People will need you. So staying away from the county now, maybe because things are tough, and your action too, telling the people to arrest people. So it will put you there too. But I got credible information that Peter Solo is telling his Joe to put his case in so he can be senator. I mean, how you call it, superintendent. That one he will protect Joe when Joe comes into Grand Jury or goes into Grand Jury County. That's why he and Peter Solo in now to put his thing in. You know, they're looking for new superintendent now, and these caucus they ain't got to run it. Just but I don't know about our area, so people had to go our lawmaker. Then you will go to some of them for it to hear what they got to say, and get all these advice from them. So that's what we're hearing. Yeah. So that's what we're hearing in the corridor. That Peter Soro pushing things to Zoe, so Zoe can get him there, so he can get he can get to the superintendent job there, and he can but I'm hearing one name here that will take that thing. I'm not accepting calls again, please. I having a show, people were supposed to call in. What I'm seeing here, I'm not accepting calls again. The senator is not, the lawmaker is not here. So what we're getting here, let me see. One superintendent, the name that we're getting, we're not 100% sure. It's about 50, 60. It's Mr. Samuel Joe might be the new superintendent of Grand Jury County. Mr. Samuel Joe. That's what we're getting. It's not sure. 60%. It's not sure. You know, now the people get from now to almost more time to put people that you can leave Kai there for 1 month while he look around and look for who's going to replace Kai. But we're getting Samuel Joe. I think they say he's from Tucson area, District 3 or 2. And we're seeing a lot of names that are going to the Liberia and the rescue government. in the making. The names coming up, we're seeing Ami Mudar, the Lebanese man, going to be the Minister of Commerce and Industrial. Ami Mudar. They say mana gura woman la leona Lebanese guy kind of get a money, so gonna need get him, so gonna need it, but Ami Mudar we see going. We got Minister, we're seeing commerce here, we're seeing Kofi Woods, Samuel Kofi Woods. Where Kofi Woods going? Kwame Clement might be the information minister. The Sinin Kamara, Minister of Internal Affairs. Milton THA, Deputy Minister of Administration, Ministry of Internal Affairs. THA, they can't leave for the government job. They will die right away. They have to be in government. They didn't go to government job, they would die. Can you imagine this guy? So we got Dr. Oh man, I'll call the name and don't be worrying. The Director of Health, Director General National Public Health Institute of Liberia, and 199 Dr. Doba Na Samuel Joseph on the Election Commission doing Ellen administration. Oh, okay. That's Samuel Joe. I think he's on Grand. Yeah, he has a ground for Grand. Then we're seeing the health. We're seeing Lawrence Sherman, Minister of Health and Special and Social Welfare. Madam Noro Howard, Deputy Minister for Administration, Ministry of Housing. MOH, I think I'm housing. They can bring in Mel Jones back. Dr. J. Mel Jones, Minister of Finance and Development Planning. Mel Jones from Central Bank Ellington. And I was giving all money all around the place. He had a political party where they put his money in the party, and they took they kick him out of their own party. Like the way they kick Prince Johnson out of the first party. Mel Jones. He the one going to Finance and Development Planning. My goodness. Deputy Minister of Budget and Development Planning. Oh my goodness. Wow. Mary Bloor going to Madam Mary Bloor, Managing Director of National Port Authority. They should have taken Mary Bloor to City Corporation, MCC. Well, anyway, they got to get Mary Bloor to put got money. So Mary Bloor and get rich too. The whole hairdo them we see with Mary Bloor, and she need to change it. And get some hairdo, you know, the current election commission. Director Brown, she changed her hairdo at a lot of times. So Mary Bloor too, they sent her to that place where EDC passing around with meter. She got to go take her continuum to the free port there. National Port Authority. Mandela Cooper, Minister of Gender and Social Protection. Councillor Taiwan Se Gangolo, Minister of Justice. Yeah, he's a legal guy. He fits there. It's not bad. That's why he sold his slot to Unity Party. You know, you get Reverend Dr. Samuel Reeds, Minister of Education. Dr. Zobon Nobman, Deputy Minister for Administration, Ministry of Education. Mr. Oral Wright, Deputy Minister for Instruction, Ministry of Education. Councillor Kwame Clement, Minister of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism. Councillor Kopo Kra, Chief Executive Officer, PPCC. Chief Executive Officer, PPCC. Ambassador Charles Mana, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. These are prospective names that you might hear next week from Joseph Numa Boyka. From Joseph Numa Boyka. From Joseph Numa Boyka. Deputy, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Charles Mana. Sarah Betslow Nienti, Deputy Foreign Minister for Administration. Madam Penum Reed, Assistant Minister for Administration, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Mr. Lucini Kamara, Minister of Internal Affairs. Honorable Milton, your call me Mr. Milton Tiaji, Honorable Mr. Milton Tiaji, Deputy Minister for Administration, Ministry of Internal Affairs. Madam Edwina Krap Zippa, Minister of Post and Telecommunication. Who they said maybe later they in our play? Anyway, they got a telephone company there. Emmanuel Lawrence, Managing Director of Liberia Electricity Corporation. They're gonna move that guy and pull Emmanuel Lawrence. There guy with the 2-4 name. Consider Wally S. Dono, Commission of Liberia Telecommunication Authority. Then you got superintendents here. We got Samuel Joe, Superintendent, Grand Jira County. Mr. Charles Tuckman, Superintendent, Maryland County. Mr. Habib Bird, Gripper, Superintendent, Sando County. Galapapi Kotoma, Superintendent, Lufa County. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 superintendents so far. That's just about up all day. But you're gonna have for Ami Moda. You see the pay for play. Ami Moda is the one who allegedly sold the house to Joseph Boyka, the $1.some million home that he's facing in Boston, in Marshall City. It is the man carrying the commerce now. If it is information is true, carrying the man of commerce ministry to be taking care of, how to flow thing there. So that you give me, I give you. So those people who said Joseph Boyka ain't president, he's taking gay, ain't nothing. This is the affair. This is what we're talking about. This is what we're talking about. You're not president, you're taking gifts, but this is it. Ami Muda, where Felicio Gallo, Ami Muda, he get out to Joseph Boyka. So here's a kickback. You strike my back, I strike your back. You strike my back, I strike your back. You strike my back, I strike my back. They may get Joseph Boyka house. The man allegedly gave her to Joseph Boyka. Joseph Boyka tell live. So I know he's a former chairman for Unity Party, but his house. You think all the former chairman and Joseph Boyka going to get a job? Pay to play. I pass my horse to you. You gave me final commerce ministry. I pass my horse to you. You gave me commerce ministry. Pay to play. You know, I seen the position on Joe on Prince Johnson for and the other guys. They say Prince Johnson for what they pay to play. You give me money, I give you my people to vote for you. I bring my MDRO party with all the vote from Nima, you win. you get minister position. Now I pay to play that weather. It's in damn thing. You want evidence? The time you say, Joe, we are smoking weed to Jamaica Resort, you have evidence? We would get you be requesting for evidence, you'll be confused in the process. I mean, I've been a successful businessman in Liberia for a long time. Where is the evidence of the house given to you? Looking for evidence? You don't get evidence here. We'll get your block, then I will get you're giving your evidence that time. When I say, Joe, you are selling people kidney, you'll give your evidence. Joe, you are told the people kidney, you shoot 3 missing boys kidney. One human being get 2 kidneys. So, but you say, Joseph, but Joe, he had to deal with 6 kidneys. He stuck some behind you on your back, 2 on your front, while they walking the post in the head, and 2 in the back of your head, and 2 replaced to the red plate. That now you want evidence. You don't see, you don't even see nothing here. Where the evidence? Not evidence. I mean, Moda gave you how to Joseph Boaga that it is facing. So you can lay inside here, woman. In Marshall, Boston. You want evidence? Go there and go to the hospital. You want me to show you the hospital? We'll get a hospital here. They're very fitting. And now, when it comes to Unity Party people, then at the time they want evidence. You ain't see nothing here. Where the evidence now? I want to bring T. Wilson Gay here to hear from from a big man. T. Wilson Gay. I'll bring him in. She said the power they going around taking people, all kind of things. People having a show and they're taking people, all kind of things from all things. So I mean, Moda, Father Commerce Ministry, you going there to do those deeds, pour those taxes, all those things, blah, blah, blah. They're going there to hustle. Maybe Chris better too. Where Chris better going here? I say I got 60% evidence that the saying Uru down and say maybe Chris better too. You late for class. You are late for class, sir. Late for class. Sadie James. But that's what we got here. It is what it is. The ball will spin. When the ball spin, those who can track it will track the ball and bring it down slowly. If your need not make the list, your need not make the list. But the list what we got here so far, Joseph Boaga got all kind of things. When we're analyzing the list by tomorrow, we'll go in depth. We want to know the counties that they're coming from. We want to know Ami Moda on the county. Where Ami Moda Park and man coming from? We want to know. Is he got Negro descendant blood in him? Or is there a peer level man? We'll know. But they say, man, I go that woman. The woman and Joseph Boaga then related and that. I know the money. That is where they took money captain and put on a child. Say, man, pass over. So, Ami Moda will probably go to commerce. He don't want to go to commerce. He be commercial. He be there. Oh, Joseph Boaga, you do me, I do you. You straw my back, I straw your back. The man straw Joseph Boaga back by giving a horse to Joseph Boaga. So Joseph Boaga straw the begin back, he get the begin common ministry. Period. Now they're going the justification. The man, you see the justification? You see the other justification? I mean, has been a successful businessman in Liberia for a long time. Come on. So you must get any Lewani man and get a job. You go to the Lewani boy and get any job. Ami father is from Lebanon. His mother is a Liberian. We want to see a man citizenship now. And you want to see Kofa citizenship. What part of Liberia a man coming from? That pure Lebanese man, you can say he get invitation to the show. Which show you inviting me? How can I have my own show then invite me to another show? Does it make sense to you? No, it don't. I'm having my show. Let other people have their show. People have their show. The man say, I'm in modern man. Where part Labrador, the man coming from Grand Gire? Until when he made a brain more, you can say Labrador. It's too crazy. You won't be questioning Liberian people who left the country, who citizenship. You're questioning Kofa, fanatic Kofa. If he got Liberian, if he get U.S. citizenship, he get a citizenship. But you forget to know you're bringing Lebanese people there more up. Ami Moda, what kind of Liberian many Ami Moda? How many Ami Moda are you getting Liberian Moda? Mo Ali then? Do Pakistani people Lebanese and Pakistan. Those guys had time with a bunch of Hezbollah. I'm tell you now. You better know what you're doing in that country there. I mean, might be American be my cousin. What gonna do talking to American be my cousin? I don't have do I have even a Lebanese guy? I don't know. The man Liberian, man. Yeah, I'm saying that Liberian. They see where I want to, they speak out citizenship. I want to. You know the part they both stupid. Just the people seeing what the man need. The president elect Joseph Boakai Freetown man from Sierra Leone. He's not yet born Liberian. You were 9-7-year-old when they brought him to Liberia. You don't get prime when you came to Supreme Court, but then a born Liberian, someone who was born and raised in Liberia, went to school and everything, they can go to the county and see that the man was born here, and they were string of buried here, he had a house here. He probably came to America, got citizenship, he go by now, he then say, he denies his citizenship. When we go to where people never string of buried, do DNA will find Joseph Boakai never string in Freetown, in Sierra Leone. But hold you know the put it? You want weaponize the Supreme Court? You want weaponize the Supreme Court? You want weaponize the Supreme Court? Every little thing you jump to the Supreme Court, you want that the Supreme Court you're going to use? Joseph Boakai is from Freetown. So the thing where Joseph Boakai say from him more in here. Joseph Boakai says, the children and all of them know they get a family there in Freetown. In Sierra Leone area. Yeah, no, no, so that they list here. You hear the names. I mean, the only thing I wanted them to carry Mary Blood or MCC to clean the city. Just wasn't going to screwed up with our city too bad. The little boy wouldn't bow tie. Who the heck wear bow tie? Every time you see the boy, he got a bow tie on. How will you take to clean the city? Saturday and all the boy get bow tie. Sunday, Saturday, Mary Blood will pull a hair, cool them down and join the street and go clean the streets. So was coach you got bow tie with Gucci shoes on, and you expect the city to be clean. So say anyway, Mary Blood can be that because people need to turn it around, but the lawmakers they need to help to charges all the funny companies that are coming to do business. They need to work with Mary Blood because I remember when Mary Blood was at that port, 2006 or 7 or 8. When you carry a container, it's slide. When you pay your fee, your container come out. No headache. Ellen was carrying her around from foreign ministry to the other ministry, then to the other ministry. I think she ended up at the city hall, MCC or Morel City or City Mayor. So carry her around. That woman, I let a woman, if we get 15 of Mary Blood in Labrador be okay. That one to wait people. Labrador need to be wait. The people do Labrador need. That thing where you go to pool and we need some kind of people over two in our country there. That are guy in Guinea and straight in the country for who then get a country to the York and go higher election. That beginning Guinea that are gonna begin. But do we even have that kind of man Guinea in Labrador? We get so scared in Labrador, they get beat more. We need people beginning from Guinea need to bring some sense in our America. Tell what our country. Or you get 15 Mary Blood to do their work. Mary Blood is to force your ministry and to paint their building or to find you. Yeah, Mary Blood. You know where people, everyone like it, but the woman is to do the job. You go waste what you go wire clothes, waste water on the street, and Mary blood will quarter you. Like women people, they are high-headed human beings. They need to be quarter. So carry Mary blood to port. When she straighten the port, you take her from there. You carry Mary blood to LPRC. She straighten her whole LPRC. You take her from there, carry her to the city, or the city mayor job or whatever thing, mayoress. She straighten it for good 2 years. Just a burger. She'll clean all around your home, make all that area look smooth, clean it up. I remember I hear that you join that road and I remember blood and open it. All the people who they pay the people, like people do crooked, they will come and pay you, but still you won't move on in the home. Blood carry one money and put it in and bust all the thing and move it. Once you get money, she get it, people. Government give you money, you move it for you know. So bust all that thing, put crime, everybody say move it. Government pay for all the thing you move. You can't accept government money. You're receiving government money for your property, then you still won't be living inside when the people can and you and people you just say, not bringing my house, not bringing. We saw that thing in Ivory Coast. So even when you're leaving from Deschamps Adjamé and you're going to the Rivera area, I road from Adjamé, Deschamps Adjamé going to Rivera Bridge. So I beat people sitting there going to Rivera, right somewhere at the corner there, right under the bridge that they put out about seeing around houses. They have all kind of funny things in the Sico Bois playing horses all over the place. I think what 2003, 2004, I mean 94, 95 in Abidjan. The government bought those places and get it and pay the people up. The people that won't move from inside when political and they don't want to move. That's soon the money that Beret Rouge they brought in. That the Ghana ones where the army have with Satu. They call them Beret Rouge. The body not smart. The men keen that money to tell them your girlfriend in the place. They train, they turn the bulldozer and the boss all the thing. Beret Rouge deploy over there before in fast say I would done clear our whole area. When we went by again, we start seeing how the people built thing in our place, man, stores and things and beautify the area. I don't know what they need to do. You know, I will Satu, you know, get Satu, okay. PSU then by the crooked, take Brad. Go to Barry, bring MP. Let it help Mary Blood to clean the city. You go to Waterside, they poo all on the road. Then the people selling in the poo. I want to buy African slipper, I give it from the street. You bring Beret Rouge, MP, to straighten like bring people. I think what you're doing, like bro, the constitution right, the legal right. You flop people butts in our country that we're not doing the right thing. We're gonna. I said I saw the Beret Rouge, the men are librarian, Joseph Boaga said, you know, librarian. Joseph Boaga is a born librarian, mother and father. The men get real fraternity. When he called it, he said call it. The port has a real prime. Real brother will get our port working efficient. I hope so. That is saying all that. Because Beret Rouge we need that kind of thing for. I said maybe brought that money. She knocked the broomstick on my car because I want to park the car to the gas station. I want to cross to Boston. I know the BP gas station right to the EAW junction. So I come here, I saw the woman knocking my car with the station. So I said, "Woman, what are you knocking my car for?" She said, "What are you parking the car here?" I'll come to tell the people to move the car. I said, "But what are you moving my car for?" She said, "But you're not supposed to park the car here. We're bossing horses." I said, "Woman, you're working outside." She said, "Oh, you're working." She said, "You can't say me." Say, "Woman, you want to be here for working in the hard so you can't be asking, you speaking CV there. Who when my car, a broomstick and now your car, you crying for, I even now with a broom." But I had a woman operating. I'm free. Zoom even then when they get a boulevard and somebody drive going on outside. Those people then power all car and maybe move all the car and remove them and make co-power with it. You got a city mayor, he went both. Let me see that. Look at Jeremiah Kun. No, I can put it in here. It was Jeremiah Kun, I know a little boy thing. That picking here can put I know he take one dressing from here, put a lab. So Erling Johnson said he rotated blow. Let Joseph Boaga do the same thing for the county and for the city. Thank you. Carry blow to take blow from the port after 1 or 2 years. Let blow stay 1 year to the port. Then he carry blow to foreign ministry and giving private carry blow by the foreign ministry. Put me on the part head of passport because very blow to passport department. People are getting a passport in time. You get what I say, huh? You even won't care, my brother, married child to control, I'll shake care or there. I ain't get problem with it. I ain't get problem with Joshua Boga. I know Joshua Boga saying that you corner and say that picking who they get me with Ami Modao. Yeah, I ought to pay my own. Joshua Boga, you're broke, you don't have money. Towards it, you're broke. You feel that in the whole job, we gotta carry you to hospital. So no. The opposition from Ghana. I mean, Opon from Ghana. You tell me. You Opon say I come from Mexico. Labrampo get Opon ni, and Labrampo get Opon ni. But Jesus Boga says, "Say, you know, you ever heard job? We are telling you from Ghana, no. But job, Boga told all you from Ghana. You came to Labrador when you're 7 years old. I done a book drawing. You get away you tell the children from here, and you get them 4 years or 5 years old. But I, man, or whoever carry him there, and uncle then came to Labrador. I ain't started in one school there. So no, I don't want that. But you said, Joe, we are what you say you are part from Ghana or man, or in Kino Labrador. So we are never said until that. But Ami Moda, the fact they will let any boy. You know the party will get all kind of measure people there. That they want you beyond Kofa na Labrador, you get American citizen, Kofa. You get Mo Ali. Where Mo Ali coming from? Who in Labrador, you go our history. A double. When they say double, they will know her from there. You Debbie there, Debbie Dian, they will know your parent from there. They go to the Dian town. They'll go and find your part-time in your area. Me, double, they will go to Kunamu, they will find my area there. Victor Gira, they will go to your area and find it. Can we go to Ami Moda town and find Ami Moda? Can we go to Mo Ali town and find Mo Ali people there? These people, the peacekeeper in our country there, the Pakistani men party and go bomb Mo Ali there in came out there and passing around place because he said Labrador. I'm from Arico. Like you told me from Arico. Maniwa get double, get Africa behind it. We get Ami Moda. You Debbie Dian here. You ever heard about Ami Moda? Can he carry out to a town? What's up?
Yeah, you still in the show, right?
No, I come and leave. But the people, Ami Moda from Lebanon. Why I say them? Why I say you the party? And say I told you, they say Ami Moda man a gula woman. See, you know the party people there. You all get questionable people there. Like you're going beyond Kofa. You say Kofa.
I can't be because of the law for letting them pass. For that is a consequence of that law. That before you hold any elected position.
Why you review your case?
Because most of them are down there, all of them, because all of them is inside. Now what do they care for? I'm not staying there. What do want to spend a lot of money for? We all are doing many of them are their problem, and I'm going to get an American passport.
So you're trying to say Nyomli Kangar, yeah, like she the one.
I'm not saying most of them they don't want to take it for in the court. But it's not going to the court, that court decide whatever when you like you get American passport or you get any foreign passport, you get I mean a whole elected position in the country.
Well, what the law and what they say. And they sound like they're Kofa. But my point here, why they saw it, Kofa got elected, Kofa was deputy speaker, Kofa ran. So when Kofa was not coming to win, they were not coming to run to the Supreme Court. They only ran there because Kofa won there.
Right now, even the ticket for that is still on the book. Some of them will us. Some of them coming now.
Yeah, but my point here is that the reason we're hearing about it is that Unity Party lost the speakership.
You should not look at it from that perspective. For me, when I look at it from that perspective, anything can come up.
Oh, so Kofa line is a speaker. He will tell the people to move that particular clause from inside. We'll talk to Kofa. You know Kofa from Grand Crew now. We'll talk to him. We'll say, Mamelo. Yeah, Kofa will move it. Kofa will move it. Get away will give Amimo that chance to serve. And how will give Kofa it? But which code he went in? Which code? No, it say when you got Negro descent blood in you, one of your parents from there you can be. But at the age of 18 maturity, you have to say, I want to be Liberia, I want to be Lewoni. So now we need to see the code where here Mo Ali went to, the code that it went to, that the code told us the code, and they put a hand all in our code and say, today I want to be Lewoni or I want to be Pakistani, I want to be Liberian. Where is the code? We want the code. Yeah. Article 28 of the Liberian Constitution says you must declare once one of your parents are foreigners. That's the way you'll be. But we want to see Ami Moda when you were 18. You can't get Ami Moda back to 18 now. It will be that Nigerian guy who came to Liberia who saying you're a Liberian citizen. Who went, bro? So gonna people in the code. TJ finish receiving the man mad and telling the man say, man, read the people. The man said, Ami and Mo went to the soccer court at the Temple of Justice. The guy get trouble. Kofa passed law and said that if you got a different nationality, you cannot be speaker. That was his issue, and no question if Kofa was a Liberian. Kofa said he didn't get Liberian citizenship. I just say he get it. You went and took some passport. You told you say you move the man picture and put Kofa picture there. You said that was Kofa. So, no, the speaker, the current speaker, he said he's not an American citizen.
He is, because he went to court, and in our court document, when you read a court document or you're competent and go to jail, in our court document, they will tell you whether you're American citizen or not. There.
So you're saying our document to when you are convicted because you're only passing around with passport. I hope your own weapon national code yet against your own Liberian people who small thing then Unity Party rush to code. Small thing you go to court, you're going to race a man beat, the man beat. Why you go to court where you go in a race with a man? The man beat and then you run to court. Oh my goodness. That is kind of thing you're carrying Labrador. Because they were ready now to go beyond Joseph Boaga to tell we could. Yeah, they wanted to go to because they threatening Unity Party and I just say you don't take the case here, we'll tell you to go to court, you'll tell we come Ami Moda went to declare citizenship, Mo Ali, Joseph Boaga, because Joseph Boaga was 7 years old when they put brought him to Liberia. When a man brought him and told him from a bar. But they say one of my parents like that I ain't changing into Boaga. He was not born Boaga. He is said on one of these shows. A papi came by. They're not going to have more you a day. You won't put your hand BBT in there. They will not go behind you when you get in politics and I tell the post are digging behind you. They men say, oh, the boy, he. So at the age of 18, man declare? But the law say the law say one of your parents No, one of the main parents are Sierra Leone.
Oh, okay.
One of Joseph Boakai parents are Sierra Leone. So he need to tell what at the time when he declared that he won't be. My man, I Papa King.
The information is not correct as you say it.
But I will be it's not correct because when I'm born, yeah. Let's read it. In 1986, they say any person, at least one of whose parents was a citizen of Liberia at the time of the person's birth, shall be a citizen of Liberia, provided that any such person shall, upon reaching neutrality, renounce any other citizenship acquired by virtue of one parent being a citizen of another country.
I got that. And I agree with it.
So we want to see the code where Amin Moda went in.
Oh, okay.
Joseph Boakai won't buy a hard to get the code because Joseph Boakai said all the code then were born. but you look at Amin Moda, Amin Moda, you see that you not beat probably born 1975, 77, that. So the code's not born, the code's still there.
But you know what? Amin Moda declares there as a Liberian citizen. You know that?
Yeah. One of his parents, that's why we want to see the code now. The code again, the because the code party will be there, my man. Even in Grand G, my man, when you say the code in Ziatan, there was a code that was in Ziatan. They will not get a document, but at least people know there was a code in Ziatan and give you something. Yeah, so once you see the code again, Amin Moda and Mo Ali. And Mo Ali, what they declared, they declared the Liberia citizenship. We want to see the code. That the same thing in Costa too. Because Costa, all day talking about Cyril Browning, but he part from Mexico or he part from Brazil, one of those areas. So when Costa won't be that you see what Joseph Boakai not take Costa and put Costa on a ticket. That was a very brilliant point right there, but nobody never knew because we're going to jump on Costa citizenship. Once Costa was approving a citizenship, then the other people jump in campaigning. The Papa read that whole thing said, he said, no, I can't put it, man. When they begin irritate, tell irritate when Kosu and Jonathan, you're probably borrow 2 zones sitting down there. You don't start wearing Kosu. What kind of man is so? I will plating there at the age of 20. What kind of picking is so? You question my Kosu, they're not looking nice on me. It's not a bit passion, I can't do it. No, boy, you won't begin. Yeah. Yeah. I don't mind, man. No time start wearing Kosu, then start going around July 26 and to pie around the play. What kind of man is so? Your man irritated. When you start eating weird jollof red and say, "Oh, eating nothing in every eating then you can't tell." You can't say I'm gonna call my beer. Move on course you and say I'm gonna come. So yeah, my man, all we are seeing here, they carry Amin Moda to Commerce Ministry. Now it's like 60-70% of the information we're getting. But we want to see where he was born at.
Okay. That's some of the things I'm gonna get my hand without a report.
Yeah, Mo Ali, they say he's from Cape Mount, man from Cape Mount. Yeah, I want to say, I don't know if you want Sinjay.
Not Sinjay, she's from the when you go to Pelenji.
Look at the other guy now count different thing again. You see, I mean, it's a stepson to Boakai. Boakai again, Chaba. I mean, Jimmy Do. Yeah, that's what they're saying. They say they are related way back. They're trying to get some place for Amina that is from Liberia, so they got a linking to Boakai. But we yeah, my man. I mean, that still in Liberia. People saying Lebanon don't know him. People they not know him. He can't, I mean, in Lebanon, I know Lebanon Ghana were chasing. They don't know him. Oh.
I mean, my name Wata Moda.
That's several name there. Wata.
No, Wata. Why you know Wata? You know Wata Moda from red. Your bandit woman.
Wata. They get Wata bandit there. My work around several one.
No, this is a robot.
The men and girls are not doing. Wata Moda.
Wata Moda, yeah.
But how can I mean Moda man be Moda?
But I say when woman marry, woman can change your name.
She was married to the Lebanese man.
To the Lebanese man.
Damn. I mean Moda man name is Wata Moda. She's still living?
I think she passed.
Huh? Like when we got a woman still living with Saint Paul to go find it out. She didn't want born in man for me. We'll force her to go do DNA. I was here, jab that guy when he got a boy and gave to the car.
When the man blood, not the woman blood, then I am.
No, when the blood mark, then the man, then we're not going on our run and don't finish the man. Okay. But when you are 18, you declare. That's how that hitting with the Constitution.
I think when you are 18, you declare your declaration.
So, like brother, that yet funny thing. They say Samuel Dotan and Kekura Poto, I don't know they say what he did. Then Do call the man, start complaining, say, my man, you need to stop. The thing that all the people passing around say you from Freetown, you from Sierra Leone for. I just get here around here. So the man say, but Chi, I've been here into the post say you from Arico. Your father you from Cote d'Ivoire too. And the two can be here and say, do ya boss and start laughing. Say, my man, all over somewhere. When now?
Oh, yeah, man, on the 3 minute you only flew one number, man, I enjoy it.
What time? The time what is what name?
Yeah, the first meeting, the first session they had, everybody getting in the water.
Oh.
You know that, yeah. Now.
It on spoon, eh?
Oh, yeah. Go to the Senate website page.
Oh, okay, I'll go.
Every senator went and spoke.
Okay, I'll look for it.
Yeah, talk about, the prison. How put the people send it to the prison? That would be so. Yeah, talk about in Nigeria, the only country in Liberia that got almost 365 checkpoints. Yes.
Yeah. They put checkpoint there to be monitoring us. That any established that in United Party.
Because he saw all what he see that one. Yeah, talk about it.
I will go listen to it and play it on my show tomorrow.
Yeah. Then you talk about how the election commission or magistrate remove a client for unethical behavior. And the same person who unethical again is the person who came out.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah, he said, the person unethical, then the election commission said the person who came out.
Saying to came out.
Unethical people?
Yeah. He saying from Grand Jury, saying to came out.
So when Yaya said that people not going to be sending people to the prison, somebody said so better to hear it.
Oh.
Yeah.
When you say let me go find it.
Yeah, the president, one of the senators in the Bible says so better to hear it. People not going to put people in jail.
No, so in a PRC town where you can grab someone and lock them up. Yeah. But man, you got to come on and show that I need different view. When I hating the Unity Party, then you be talking about we're not in power again, my man. Opposition now. I'll be dealing with your papa, Joseph Baga, facing horse there around here. Wonder where you get all the money from. Yeah, but at the same thing, now what they say, I mean, without getting mail horse, like facing in Boston over there now, I mean, without going to find out comment ministry. Oh, my man, I kick Baba, pay to play. Oh, and I seen the extension print Johnson for. I see anything. Okay, my man. All right, I'll be sending you the link. They person here. What your needs here? Wait. Fariku Koba? Kaba?
From that play that the former president for Labran in Iowa.
Oh, the Labran president here?
In Iowa, our man Fariku can always be with.
Oh, that guy who the Crown people adopted?
Yeah.
We adopted the mayor in 30. Can you imagine? Okay, gentlemen and ladies.
Yeah.
I will try to bring Marie Johnson. She's all coming here next week to speak to the people.
Okay.
Yeah, but that